Hi everybody! Roar! Created Creature and Sharks back with another video, and we are doing a review for season 2 of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Now we are on the Sea of Monsters. Yep. And this was really, really great. You know, the first season was amazing, and now we got the second season. They amped it up. And, well, starting off with Grover looking for Pan, and, well, he ends up running into other demigods that teamed up with Luke. Oh, man. Yep. And Percy is getting ready. Well, he's getting ready for the last day of school and camp. And Tyson has been living with him for the past year. You mean his Cyclops half-brother? Yep, he's been living with him for the past year. Well, his mom kind of found him on the streets. And he's been living with Percy and Percy's mom for the last year. Ah! Whoa. And it shows up, and, well, in the Fate's little, you know, the the taxi cab they have. Yeah. And they have a little bit of a misunderstanding. Yeah, you could tell that seeing a Cyclops attack your friend or her boyfriend. Yeah. He's not her boyfriend yet. And well, and on their way to camp, they see that the barrier is weakening, and Tyson couldn't get through because he was a Cyclops and everything. What? But he's basically, well, not yet. And they even saw Luke poison the tree Thalia became. And we also see the camp almost try to attack Tyson because when they see a Cyclops, you know, all that. But luckily, he was claimed by Poseidon. And now, Tyson has officially been recognized as a son of Poseidon. Which means he's off limits to getting blasted. Yep. Or poofed. And Chiron is now not the activities director of camp. And who is he replaced by? Tantalus, the cursed king who can't touch food and lives with eternal hunger. Ugh, that's an awful curse. Yeah. But why was Chiron dismissed from being camp's director? Well, let's see, because he was basically outed as the son of Cronus. But that's not his fault. Yeah. Anyway, they have this little thing, but Tantalus is a slimy son of a Hydra, if I ever saw one. I don't like him in the least. No wonder the gods cursed him. He's a slime ball! Yeah. And, well, Luke and his rebellion are after the Golden Fleece. And it's the only thing that can help the tree, or Thalia. And, well, Percy knows this because Grover told him through an empathy link. Whoa. And he tells him that the fleece is in the Sea of Monsters on Polyphemus' island. Whoa. And now, well, everything about this is sketchy. Well, Clarice gets assigned the quest. Percy tried to go, but Annabeth tried to tell her no. Tried to tell Clarice no because she was keeping the secret that Kyron kind of told Annabeth almost told, well, kind of partially told Annabeth about the great prophecy about the big three. No way. That great prophecy? Yeah, that involves the child of the big three. Right now, when they reach 16. But Percy is only 13 and only 3 more years until then. And the Princess Andromeda was a lot different. It wasn't just a big yacht. It was a giant cruise ship. You gotta be kidding me. Yep. And, wow. Annabeth, Tyson, and Percy are on their way, show up on the Princess Andromeda so they can go get the fleece. And they run into Luke. Well, you know, Luke and everything. He tries to manipulate Annabeth and everything. And, well, after they fought off the Princess Andromeda and, well, Percy kind of saved her a little bit, Annabeth decided to tell Percy about the great prophecy. Yeah. Well, they kind of run into Clarice on a deserted island and such. Yeah. And Annabeth kind of has a little bit of a problem with trying to do human with her human half. You know, all her life she's been like a demigod, just fighting for her life, not, you know, being like what Percy was most of his life. Yeah, basically most of his life. Yeah, before his first year at camp. Yeah, and, well, the whole thing with the Sea of Monsters, it was like, whoo! The whole thing of, like, with Clarice's zombie crew and everything, and this prophecy she was given, it was like she would fail her quest without friends and fly home alone, which you wouldn't get. And after that whole thing, Percy and Annabeth wake up at CC's Resort and Spa. And it was basically a safe haven, the only safe haven in the Sea of Monsters, which is filled with a whole bunch of other demigods who accidentally end up there, who want to get past the second trial and try to find the fleece. And the second trial of the Sea of Monsters would involve sirens. Sirens? Which are a whole lot scarier. Yeah, and Cece, the owner of this resort and spa, is actually Circe, the sorceress. Oh, man. Yeah, and, whew, they escape. Well, Percy and Annabeth do escape, barely. And, wow. There were a whole lot of things there. Wow. Yeah. The sirens almost killed Annabeth by making her think her mom, Athena, saved her. Yeah, if it wasn't for Percy, she would have been Siren Chow. Yeah. And we also see that Tyson had awakened his powers, being able to swim and breathe underwater and everything. Yeah. Yeah, and Percy kind of had a little bit of a nightmare with Thalia being evil. Whoa. Yeah. And Polyphemus kind of set a trap for Percy and Annabeth with the fleece. Clarice tried, and everything. Annabeth almost was almost killed because Polyphemus almost killed her. But Tyson came and took him down. Yeah, it was easy. It was hard, but Tyson pushed him, tackled him off the cliff. And the only way to save Annabeth was to get her the fleece and everything. But how are they going to do that? Trapped. Yeah, in Polyphemus's cave. Luke was out there. Luke may have been evil a little, but he still cares for Annabeth like his own little sister and everything. So, without hesitation and everything, Percy gave Luke the fleece so he could save her. But he also took her as well back to the Andromeda. Oh, man. So how are they going to save her and get the fleece? Tyson summoned 4 hippocampi to follow Luke and save Annabeth. Yeah. Yeah, well... It was a whole thing. Yeah. And, Luke and everything, he does care for Annabeth and everything. They even come up with a plan to try and save Annabeth and get the fleece, but Clarice is just too darn stubborn and everything, trying to prevent her little, a prophecy from consuming her and everything. Well, the more you try to prevent what a prophecy actually means, the more it kind of means the opposite for you. Yeah. And, Percy even finds Blackjack, the black Pegasus, and frees him. Oh, his mighty steed. Yeah. Luke has a little bit of a subordinate problem. All the people that are under him, they kind of go off on their own and try to kill Annabeth. Annabeth even has a vision that the fleece can bring Thalia back, and she tries to convince Luke to give her the fleece. Yeah. Kronos even tried to manipulate Percy by telling him the prophecy. But right in the middle of the whole, when Kronos was telling Percy the prophecy, he was like, yeah, I thought about it. And he just takes the fleece to prevent Kronos' healing. Ha! Percy and Luke fight, and Percy gets away with it. And Clarice even went to save Annabeth. Wow. And Percy gives Clarice the fleece so she can fly back to camp on Blackjack. And the real meaning of her quest prophecy is that if she, well, she needed the help of friends in order to fly back to camp home alone. Ah. Mm-hmm. And, well, in order for them to get back to camp, Tyson kind of called Percy's mom and, that was embarrassing, so they can drive back to camp. Wow. And now, well, Cronus kind of ordered Luke to attack camp and kill Percy. And it turns out there are even traitors at camp. Wow. Secret spies in there that have been inside the camp for a long time. And Tantalus, he didn't really care about, anything except himself. And when he realized that his curse was lifted by the gods, he was happy. But then, boom, he got blasted. Serves him right. I never liked him in the first place. Yeah, he even tried to kill Percy, Annabeth, and Tyson when they were trying to go and get Grover. All they wanted to do was just get Grover in the first place, but then they helped Clarice get the fleece, and then that was it. And then Thalia and everyone. Wow. Percy rallied every single demigod inside the camp so that they would fight alongside him against Luke and his army. And they drove them back. And little by little, and Clarice uses the fleece on the tree to heal, and even, brought Thalia back. And she kind of blasted everyone with the lightning blast. Whoa. Percy was having a little bit of a dream meeting with Poseidon. Wow, so dear old daddy came back, huh? Yep. And, Tyson was in there, too, having that little dream speak as well. And, Poseidon wanted Tyson's help, so at the forge in Poseidon's domain, at the forge there, so they could be ready for Cronus's eventual return. Wow. Yeah. So, Percy would see Tyson again at the next trip to camp. And what happened next? Well, Percy has been knocked unconscious for 3 days. Wow. Yeah. Chiron is back as the activities director. Booyah! And he tells them what really happened with Thalia being turned into a tree. You mean she didn't almost die in a blaze of glory? No, it was Zeus. Well, Zeus killed the monsters that were chasing after her, Luke, and Annabeth, and little Annabeth in the beginning, but it turns out, and then Zeus was telling her about the great prophecy and everything. He was just trying to make sure that and everything, but Thalia was just she didn't want to be like Zeus's weapon, and Zeus just snapped his fingers and just turned her into a tree. Oh, man. Yeah, that was the truth. And, Thalia came into the thing, and, this whole thing, Cronus wanted this to happen so that another child of the big three would, one of them would be his champion so that he or she would destroy Olympus. First, it would be originally Percy, but now Thalia is on the martyr, on the field now. Percy and Thalia, son of Poseidon, daughter of Zeus, with the both of them now there, it's gonna be wow. Now there's 2 children of the big 3 for the prophecy. Yeah, you ever had nightmares? Well, Percy's nightmare just woke up. Let's hope she knows which side she's on. Her side, Luke's side, or the good side with Annabeth. Yeah. And we also get a little bit of a post-credits scene with Percy and Annabeth dancing in season 3. Yep. I am so happy for that, and I am so excited for season 3 coming this year. It's going to be so awesome. So, that's going to be it for our season 2 review of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. So, don't forget to like our videos, comment what you think, share with your friends, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe right away. This is Creature and Trucks telling you to have an awesome time. And bye, everybody. Raw!